to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. When a man apologizes and realizes that, he may have made a mistake, it makes the world go round. It makes things better for a lot of people, y'all. If you recall, 2 years ago, y'all, Houston rapper Miss Megan Thee Stallion, y'all, was released from her contract with 1501 Entertainment, y'all, after a 3-year legal battle. People just talk so much about it. Now, 1501 CEO, Mr. Carl Crawford, y'all, admits that he would do things differently, y'all, if he had a second chance with Meg. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? Now, they said after a turbulent contract dispute with Megan Thee Stallion that tested his label, y'all, he focused on starting a new era. He said, quote, I went from being seen as a hard-working athlete to a villain in music overnight. Now, when Mr. Crawford, y'all, started 1501 back in 2016, his goal was clear, y'all, to break the next superstar out of Houston because, they already had Miss Beyonce. Now, Mr. Crawford invested, y'all, $6 million of his own money, honey. He built recording studios, signed artists straight out of the neighborhood, honey, intended, y'all, to shine a light on the talent in his hometown of Houston. Now, Megan Thee Stallion became, y'all, the breakout star Mr. Crawford thought. But, honey, their public fallout, y'all, put 1501 under scrutiny. Now, Crawford says, y'all, their 3-year-long legal battle caused him financially and made artists hesitant to sign with him, which I'm sure they did. Now, they say when Megan signed to 1501 back in the early 2018, y'all, she entered into a 360 deal with Crawford's label, meaning they took a percentage of multiple revenue streams, including master royalties, touring, and merchandise, honey. Now, Crawford now admits, y'all, that he structured her deal differently, y'all, than he would do today, y'all. He said, I didn't fully really understand the business at the time, he said. He said, back then, honey, we just came, honey, in with a number, like taking 40% of her net. And he said that just was me not knowing the business. Now, Mr. Crawford now says, y'all, that he's taking a different approach. He focused on his artist development, offering more standard contracts, and ensuring, y'all, that he's definitely and directly involved in labor decisions. He said, I don't let anyone control what I'm doing anymore, unquote. Now, Brad, that's something. Now, you heard this. I mean, this is what people do in the rugby. I mean, it's like basically they robbed poor Megan, honey. Megan had to get shot. She almost lost her life. Then she was going through all this with the record label with Carl Crawford, but now he's admitting that he was wrong.
Well, everybody don't always get it from the beginning, and when they get in the industry, he was an athlete, so everybody don't always get how the industry goes, and they just do it the best way that they know how. But at least he's apologizing and saying he didn't do things, properly. But when artists first get in the industry, we give up a lot because we want to be famous and we want people to know us. So a lot of times we get taken advantage of until we get in the business, get a good lawyer, and learn what to and what not to do.
Yeah, but my thing is this is what happens when you give people money. Africans and American money, and everybody say, do this, invest and do that, and then you don't know what the hell you're doing just because you got money. I'm not going to invest in something if I'm not investment astute with that deal. I'm not going to go buy a Taco Bell, and I don't know how Taco Bell is ran just because I got the money to do it.
But if it's something you've always wanted to do, then you buy it, and then you learn what to do sometimes. Some people do it like that.
Well,
people do things differently, Gary.
You don't do OJT, baby. You don't do OJT.
I wanted a restaurant, and I wanted to buy it, but I don't know the first thing about it. Now, I would ask for help and stuff, but I would try to run it the best way I know how because it is my money and my investment.
Yeah, but look how people got to get hurt down the line. Meg Thee Stallion
well, Gary, you live and you learn. As artists, we all go through that.
That's right.
Did you know what you did when you first got into radio? Did you
ma'am.
understand all of your contracts, all the verbiage, all of everything? You knew everything, including the fine print?
No, first of all, honey, I didn't have a contract.
Because you still complain about what you're getting paid.
I didn't have a contract when I first got started. I got paid $20,
See?
honey, to do it.
That's the same thing.
Who paid you $20? Who paid you $20?
Well, not you.
Oh, you ain't even get 20 from him, huh?
Nope.
Don't play me.
You gave me clothes and stuff.
And also in your contract, you're supposed to take the garbage out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What happened to that?
But let me tell you, but think about it though, Ricky. It's kind of touching though. I mean, but it's good that he's admitting to his wrongs and stuff like that. But I mean, hey, but it is what it is, though. But I'm glad Meg Thee Stallion went on with her career. She's doing things, honey, and big things and stuff like that. But, honey, look what she had to go through. You had to go through all this public humiliation.
But guess what? You got to go through something to make it to the top.
In order to grow. Really?
You got to go through it to get to it.
That's right.
Message.
It's not going to be perfect all the time. You got to go through something to learn what to and what not to do, Gary.
Well, don't be fighting with me in the damn public.
Hey, glory.
Don't be fighting with me in the public.
Well, he didn't want to look bad, in front of the public, and she didn't want to look bad either. But you got to go through stuff.
Well, we're gonna keep her
Like
lifted.
dealing with a woman that don't shave.
We're gonna keep her lifted in prayer, though, honey. So.
Got to go through it to get to it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man. Oh, that's the word of the week. That's the word of the week right there. Boy, that's the word of the week right there. Yeah, but you still got them wolf monkeys. Stay out there.
That done messed up my next story. I'm not able to do that story, honey, because the next story I had was kind of touching. I'm finna find something else. That ain't nothing but the devil, honey. The devil, baby.
Sure live.
That's nothing but the devil. I'm going to do this one then, y'all. LaVar Ball, honey, he's speaking out, y'all, on his leg amputation. He said, don't feel sorry for him. He said, do not feel sorry. LaVar Ball, he the father of Lonzo Ball, LiAngelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball. He opened up, y'all, about being forced to have his right foot amputated. Now, he's the co-founder and chief executive officer of the sports apparel company Big Baller Brand. Now, his family, y'all, was thrust into the spotlight back in 2017, y'all, when his eldest son, Lonzo, became eligible for the NBA draft and was drafted, y'all, by the Los Angeles Lakers. But his amputation was due to complications of diabetes, y'all. So we got to keep his family lifted up in prayer, honey, because, you definitely have to, take care of your diabetes and stuff like that. Because if you don't, honey, because I know I wear my little thing, honey, to make sure, because I always say, baby, I don't have nobody, I'm not dating nobody, and nobody don't want no queen with no missing limbs. So let me just make sure I take care of
Gary.
I'm just saying.
Man, go on, give us the color.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today is moonbeam. On the high end, you say moonbeam, and on the low end, just say beautiful tan. That's the color today. The devil got busy.
That is a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Yeah.